effects in movies. Dick Smith and Rick Baker are masters of this art. Dick has scared our socks off with The Exorcist and Altered States. He made Dustin Hoffman very old for Little Big Man. Rick did all the monsters for that cantina scene in Star Wars. He played the gorilla himself in King Kong and again in The Incredible Shrinking Woman. And right now you can see his work in An American Werewolf in London. So good morning, Dick. It's nice to see you. And Rick, nice to have you with us. All right, first of all, Dick, show us some of the things so we have an idea about what we're talking about here.
Most of the things I do disappear after I'm done, but this is a relic from Altered States, which was the top end of a complete bodysuit that Bill Hurt wore very briefly in order to give him a transformed altered state.
And how did it work? I mean,
well, he fit inside all of this, and his facial expressions did move the mouth somewhat. It isn't a completely animated thing. It was meant to be seen only very briefly.
Right. How did you animate it at all for him, or did you?
Yes. No. He was inside of it, and his head, his jaw could move the mouth further open, and that sort of thing, and the eyeball moved. And
let's look just a little piece of that. We've got some of William Hurt in this.
Well, this was an early test we did of a bladder technique, which we were exploring to see what it would, what the possibilities were for altering his state. We used bladders in other ways, not as you see here. That would make a great headache commercial.
Rick, some of the things that you have here for us.
Yeah, most of this is from American Werewolf in London.
Right.
This is a Nazi demon character. It was in a dream sequence where he violently murders someone.
Right.
And this is a mechanical dead person's hand. Dick, can you help me operate this? It's all, the fingers and all work from cables here, see? So when I move this lever, it correspondingly moves a finger. So we can point with it, you know, grasp things like that.
Oh, is that something?
It's a lot of fun. This is like makeup's evolved into this type of stuff now, you know.
Right. But let's look a little at that, American Werewolf.
Okay.
What are we going to see? I don't know.
I don't either.
Okay, let's look at American Werewolf, and then you'll tell us what we're seeing.
This is part of the metamorphosis. This is where his hand is physically changing on screen without use of opticals. David went through a lot there. This is like an appliance. Once his hand's changed, we glued an appliance like this onto David.
An appliance meaning this, what, rubber?
It's a foam rubber piece,
glove that you create.
Right. This was made to fit David. It doesn't quite fit me. It's larger hand, so then the hand looks stretched out like so.
Rick, tell me about this man sitting on your left, Dick Smith.
He's the greatest.
Oh, come on.
And I know you mean that.
Oh, I do. Seriously, yeah. I think Dick's done more to advance the state of art of makeup than anybody. You know, he really keeps the lines of communication open through all the makeup artists that do this type of work. And
how long have you been doing this, Dick?
Oh, about 36 years. I've got to get back at him now and say that when I met him as a teenager, I predicted then that he would be one of the great makeup artists and he would pass me by.
No, I haven't passed you by.
How did you start, Dick?
Oh, I started, I found a book on makeup and I started making myself up as monsters when I was a young man. And
what did everybody
became
think of
fascinated. Oh, they were kind of scared and it was a lark and I decided it would be more exciting than being a dentist, so I chose that as a profession. I started in TV in 1945. I was the first makeup artist on staff on a network at NBC, and I worked there for about 14 years. And I learned as I went along.
And you do have to learn as you go along.
You do, yeah. We're both self-taught. Most of the makeup artists are self-taught.
And how did you start, Rick? Where did you?
Same kind of thing. I started when I was about 10 years old, and I was fascinated by monsters, monster movies, and I was a Dick Smith fan, you know, and I said, I want to do that for a living. And same thing, help me overcome shyness, you know, as a child. Yeah, when you've got a makeup on, it's not you, and you can do things that you couldn't otherwise do, you know.
What about, instead of, I would think if you create something that's really unique, that you would want to hide it from all the other artists and say, no, this is mine, and I know I can do a job with it, but that's not the case, is it?
No, we haven't done that. We've been against, that used to be the way it was in the early days of film back in the 40s, but I've always felt that it was a stupid policy, and so I've spread around information whenever I could, and it's paid off because now I can learn from guys like Rick who have developed these marvelous things. So we have a very free method of communication amongst ourselves. We
But
don't
you're
keep
working
secrets.
together to advance the state of the art.
Sure. Right. He'll come up with an idea and give it to me, and then I can maybe add something to it and give it back to him, and we bounce back and forth. And, it's good for makeup.
Things are moving too fast to do it any other way. I mean, the whole industry is moving so quickly, and the demands of scripts now are so tremendous that this is the only way we can keep up.
And it makes it possible for you all to use your creativity and ingenuity to make new things happen.
That's right, sure.
Thank you all. Nice to meet you.
Great.
Both.
Nice to meet you.
Did you bring that fly in here?
Yes, we
Did
made
you
that
guys do that? Sure you did. We'll be back in just a minute.